What is going on? Welcome to Greggles TV. In this video, we're gonna do a kind of walkthrough tips and tricks of the FireTV for Hisense. So the FireTV software is built into this television. This is a 100-inch TV. I'll link it down below if you wanna pick one up. Let's get into the video. Here's a closer look at the remote. You have your power button, you have your Alexa button, which if you press and hold it, you can ask Alexa questions. You have your directional pad, your select button, back, home, basically your options button for where you are, rewind, pause, fast forward, volume, channel change, live television, mute, settings, screen mirroring, and then your quick action buttons for Netflix, Disney Plus, Prime Video, and Amazon Music. There's no other buttons on this at all. This is how you change the batteries right here. It takes, what are these, double A batteries right there, 2 of them, and then it goes and slides right back on. So you are gonna have ads at the very top here. Not the best thing to see when you're using a television, but regardless, you do have ads there, and sometimes they're for movies and stuff, and if you want to cycle through them, you can just press up here, and then you can press to the left or the right on your remote to see what they have to offer, and you can even click to learn more. This is where you can change your profile. This is your different inputs, so if you want to quickly go to one of your other inputs, you have a video game console or anything like that, you can come in here and do that. Makes things a little bit easier for you, and if you hit that button that they show on the screen right there with the 3 lines on your remote, you can press that and you can actually change the device name of what you're using to pretty much anything that you want. So if I want to, I can click in here and I can choose whatever it may be, whatever I want here. And so I know that's like a game console. That one's a Nintendo Switch too, so I'll just choose Nintendo Switch. And I can even use the remote like it said right there. This is all your My Stuff, your watch list, anything that you might want to watch or that you own. This is where you can search for anything. You can use your voice to search. You can look through the App Store, free stuff, movies, TV shows, sports, look by different categories as well. And there's tons of apps in here. Every video app that you could want is in here. You can look in your library. You can look in your featured, you can see if there's any games that you potentially want on here. There's tons of stuff in here. And if you want to download something, you just click on it and then you can just buy it, or a lot of its stuff's free too, but you just click right there to download it. Here's your home, and again, just more stuff that it thinks you might want to watch and apps that you've recently used. Free stuff, paid stuff, everything that you can think of. Here's live television, and this will integrate with any live TV services that you have as well, or it will just show stuff that is free all the way. Here's a small list of apps and things that you can go into. If you click here, this is gonna be your apps and channels, and you can move these around. If you press and hold the select button, you can move stuff around. So I have this selected, I can go right here, or I can pull it down here if it's not as important to me. And then when I'm done, I just hit select again and it will be good to go. I'll do that with my YouTube because YouTube is very important to me. So I have that. And you can do that with any of these apps. You can bring them up or push them down towards the bottom. So now when I go back, I have it customized a little bit better to my liking. Over to the right here, this is your settings. Again, you can choose between your inputs that you have. You can go into your network in here if you want to switch your Wi-Fi network. You can come in here and choose any Wi-Fi networks that you got. You got your device and software. This is where you can put your device to sleep, restart it, reset to factory defaults. If you go into About, you can see the name of your device and all that. You can click on it. You can't click in here and do anything with it, but you can. Here's your storage and how much storage you have left over. This comes with, it says 23 gigs basically. Check for updates, come in here and you can check for updates if you have any. Account and profile settings, if you want to change your account or sync things or log out or any of that stuff. Change profiles right here. Here's your applications if you want to uninstall an app, come into manage installed apps. And you can find the app that you don't want, like maybe I don't want this one, so I'll click on it and I can launch it, force stop it, uninstall it, offload it, which basically keeps the apps memory and stuff, and then you can re-download it afterwards and it uninstalls it. But I'll hit uninstall. I don't need this, so I'm going to uninstall this app. I never use DirecTV. So that's how to uninstall an app. If you're having trouble with an app, you can come in here and clear all the application caches. Here's your browser. There is a web browser in here that you can use, and use your game controller or mouse to play tablet games. Here's your displays and sounds. This is where you can come in here and mess with your different picture settings. So like if you have like your PlayStation 4 and you want to mess with that, you can come in here and choose how you want your backlight or light sensing features on or off, or local dimming, or you can reset the picture on here. You also have sound settings, and you can come in here and mess with the sounds potentially. You can, if you need to increase the dialogue or any of that, you can come in here and change that. Power controls is kind of cool. So if you come in here, when you power on the TV, you can have it go to the last, basically HDMI input, or just straight to your home screen when you turn the TV on. Audio output, if you have a eARC port or anything like that, like I am using a sound bar on mine, a Sonos sound bar, you can come in here, you can just set it to auto and it should work, but I set it to eARC. That way it just works automatically. But it should work automatically even on auto. But this is where you can, if you're having any issues, come in here and switch that. I did turn my navigation sounds off, so I don't hear any clicks. Ambient experience, you can turn that on or off. This is basically your screensavers and stuff like that, and or if it goes into sleep mode. This one's important, HDMI CEC. This should all be on, but if it's not, turn it on. Basically, if you're using something that's plugged into HDMI, it will automatically turn your television on and off based off that device turning on and off. Bluetooth controllers and devices. This is where you can add additional remotes or game controllers or other Bluetooth devices. Under preferences, you have parental controls. You can come in, turn these on so your kids don't have access to everything. Equipment control will allow you to add different equipment that your Fire TV remote or Alexa will be able to control. Mine's not able to because it's already smart and available. I tried it before, but it will potentially be able to control your soundbar and receiver. If you're into live television, you can, if you have an antenna attached, you can go into channel scan. You can set favorite channels. You can add, remove, and manage channels. Parental controls, again, sync sources, info banner on or off. Here's your notifications, which it will show you if you have anything that you could do right here. So I have 2 app updates available. It should do it on its own, and I can click in here to check, and I can just tap here. It says update. Eventually it will just do it, so you don't have to necessarily come in here to do it, but it will eventually do it. And if you want to get rid of these notifications, you'll see the button at the bottom right, which says to click the 3 lines. I tap that. I can dismiss, or I can dismiss all. Sleep timer is a cool one. So you can turn this sleep timer on. That way your TV will turn off automatically after that period of time. Accessibility, you can turn on closed captions if you want with videos, or Alexa captions for Alexa responses when available. Text banners, some stuff in here you might want to turn on if you need it. If you long press your home button, you can bring up some controls here that you might want to go into for picture settings, sound settings, sleep timers, apps, display mirroring inputs, and channel guide. And that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, leave them down below, but it's a pretty cool TV so far. Thanks for watching. If you want to pick it up, it's linked down below, and we'll see you guys down the road. Peace.